Hey guys, Anthony here. It is 1:36 p.m. on Thursday, May 22nd, 2025, and that's Eastern Time. I'm watching here on the news, plane crashed in San Diego into a military housing area, and they're saying 100 people have been displaced. I think most of you have already seen the couple that was killed, shot dead last night at an event in Washington, D.C. And the person that they picked up, I guess, was shouting, Free Palestine. I think that is the person they're saying was the shooter, the lone shooter for that event. There's just a lot going on in the country. A lot of people are unsettled. A lot of what we're seeing our government leaders doing is concerning. I'm very concerned with this administration, and I warned people that were voting for it more than a year ago to take cover. And now we're seeing that the president unveiled a golden dome, I think it's called, or he's calling it, that's going to, in essence, blanket our country and protect us from incoming drones or missiles, and also have an offensive component to it, and just nothing but good to say about it. That's what they're saying, that it's going to be this great thing, a million times better than the Iron Dome that Israel has. And so, with all this protection, we're just going to be safe and secure in our country, and there's nothing to worry about. And it's going to take 3 years to build it, and all these billions and billions of dollars, and just new technologies and great things. Nothing but Golden Dawn, Golden Dome, the Golden Age. Notice what the words that they use. Keep your ears peeled to the words that they're using. Everything's great and wonderful, nothing bad. On the subject of Golden Dome, let's say we had that in place tomorrow. So we got this Golden Dome in place, and it protects us from incursions from outer space, missiles coming from outer space, or drones coming from outer space, or whatever. But 4 to 5 years prior to that, millions of illegal people have been brought into the country, with Democrats and Republicans all knowing that this was going on and taking place. In fact, it was facilitated by Border Patrol and different agencies of our government, facilitated, and many of these people are being funded by our money, taxpayer money. And so we have this Golden Dome above us. That's this hedge of protection against anything, any harm that could come from China or North Korea or Iran or Afghanistan, or name a country, name any country in the world. But yet, their people from many of those countries have been brought into this country and are here living under this Golden Dome that we have. And I've just, not to pick on the Chinese all the time, but I want to say in 2024, by the end of 2024, I think the number's 30 to 50,000 Chinese military age men were brought into the country. Now, I'm just saying, if I'm a leader of those 30 to 50,000 men, let's just say half of them work for the CCP. But in China, anybody could work for the C. They could take a citizen and tell them, you're working now for us. So let's just say 20,000 of those work for the CCP. You don't think they're already here under the dome, under the protection? You don't think they could go all around the country and sabotage water, electric, banking, critical infrastructure, etc.? Planned assassinations, poisoning of food, stopping of transport, trains, planes. Just think about that for a minute. But yet this golden dome is going to protect us, the president says. And everybody bites and says, oh my gosh, we're winning, we're doing, it's incredible all the good things that are happening. You got to stop and think, critically think, what is transpiring in this country? That's what you have to ask yourself. What are we doing? We're telling people they can't voice their opinion and call a country out or say something about a particular country that is called anti-you-know-what. I don't want to get flagged here. We can't say anything. We can't disagree with what they're doing. We can't disagree with what many people think is a genocide taking place and nobody doing anything about it. We can't say that, or if we do say, tens of thousands of Christians are being killed in Nigeria by different factions of Islamic terrorists. We can't say that because that's not the narrative of this country. There's a narrative they got to keep everybody going on. We can't really say that. They don't want that to be said. So you can't talk about that. And if you talk about this, we're going to tell you you're anti-S. You know what I'm talking about. So in essence, what freedom do we have, really? Think about it. We have an administration that has most of the players they brought in are from a Cracker Jack box. I mean, just look at what they're doing. It's 12 weeks already. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. All talk, all bark, no bite. Sending a couple of people to El Salvador. That's not what I expect from an administration. And now Golden Dome's going to protect us. But if I'm going to put bars on my windows of my house, a super duper amazing alarm system, cameras all over the outside, the roof, all over the place, looking every angle, tripwire, everything. A golden dome, if you will, of protection. So no one can come in my house. But oops, wait a minute. I left my front door open and there's already 50 people in here that I don't want in here. So when I go to bed at night, all my protection in the house is no good. Surrounding the house is no good. That's the point I want to make in this video. Okay, that's the point I'm trying to make. You're not winning. Good barking, girl. You're not winning. We're not winning. Moving forward, I would be very careful of many people that call themselves evangelicals or evangelical Christians or whatever you want to call them. I would be very concerned about those people because I'm starting to get very concerned about some of their what they're following. They're following a very wide, broad road that's going to lead them to destruction. They're not really reading their Bibles and understanding what's really going on in the world and what has transpired in the world, if you could read between the lines. A lot of people are deceived. The deception runs deep. That's why on my channel, I try to alert people, turn back to the truth, understand what's written, understand what Messiah actually did and do what he did and abandon everything else to the detriment of whoever you got to be unfriended with. It doesn't matter. You don't want to be dragged down into the beast system where most people are going. You don't want to have your DNA corrupted like I'm going to talk about, like I talked about in my previous video. Like the fallen ones did. They corrupted Yah's creation and tried to make a creation of themselves. And man is doing the same thing today as I speak. I could give you hundreds of examples. And most of it started before 2019. But it came into full swing from 2019 through now and moving forward. And now they're just going to package everything into the environment and the climate and the this and the that and COP 30 that's coming in November. And we all got to love is love. And we all got to have one religion and maybe even a designated day of worship where everyone stops using the environment and just stays in their house. You know, they call it like a Sunday law, something like that. And all religions are a path to God and this new pope and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's what's going to pull everybody together. And the climate lockdowns that are coming in the name of the environment. I'll stop right there. It's 11 minutes. Anthony signing off. Stay ready.